Today we're going to be here reviewing the Aura Gaming Gear SpeedPad. So this company is a newer company that I actually never heard of, but luckily I had won a giveaway from them that my good friend Brace had signed up for, where they were giving away two pads, one to the entrance and one to their duo, and I am the lucky duo. So they sent over the pad to me, which is the SpeedPad. This company is owned by Bulow, which some of you may know as a previous Rainbow Six Siege professional. So I'm actually editing the video right now, and I'm going to apologize. His name is actually pronounced Bolo. I'm going to say it one more time. Bolo. I'm very sorry. He notably played for teams like TSM and Dark Zero and a few other teams throughout his competitive lifespan. And again, I want to send a giveaway. This wasn't sent specifically for review. I'm just reviewing it because I actually think this is a pretty decent mouse pad for being a speed pad and being a little bit more newer. So let's start off with the basics. This is, again, a speed pad. It's meant for fast tracking. It's meant to be fast. I'm going to say it one more time. It is fast, okay? It's not as fast as you would if you're using a glass pad, and I think that's a given. For any of you that have used a glass pad or wanted to try a glass pad, this is definitely a little bit slower than that. But it is still faster than your typical control pad. I was previously using an Artisan, which the version that I had, I can't remember which version it is, and I'm so sorry, but it is more control. So coming to this, where I already play a faster sensitivity, was a bit of an adjustment to make. I've currently been running this pad for about a month, give or take, and it's been good. It is very sweat resistant. I don't really sweat a lot, but when I do, like, you don't see any marks, you don't feel any marks. It actually, even for water, like, fun fact, my cat actually the other day shit on this mouse pad.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, they shit on it. I actually cleaned it with soap and water and it came off fine, and there's actually no marks, nothing was left over. So I'm pretty happy with it. And I'm gonna say it really wasn't much. It was just a clean wipe, and thankfully they're okay. Nothing actually happened with my cat. The base of this pad is a 4mm thick polyurethane base. To the touch, it feels pretty good. It's not overly thick. It's actually quite thin compared to my Artisan that I had. But the feeling of it is actually quite plush, and it pretty much expands back to where it was once you kind of push down and put pressure on it. So pretty happy with that as well. They claim on their website that this is optimized for both low and high sensitivity players. As someone, I play pretty high sensitivity in most of my games. I couldn't tell you my Overwatch sense on the top of my head. I don't remember my Deadlock sense either, but I do play 1600 DPI for most of my games. I do consider myself higher sensitivity than most other players. So this was still a bit of an adjustment to make coming from my last pad. So far, a month in though, there hasn't been any signs of wear and tear, which is great. I think some pads you tend to already start to see some wear and tear a month down the line, which, kind of gives that testament of like, okay, maybe that pad isn't really great. My Artisan that's stuffed in my closet currently while I test this out has a bunch of wear and tear, but I also use that for about a year and it's still actually holding up well. So in comparison, my one complaint, because I'm seeing hair on it, is that this thing is a hair magnet. I have two cats, so let me preface that. I have two cats, but I do notice that I get a lot of hair on this pad, and it's very noticeable when I'm playing. I get stuck on the lens of my mouse pretty often, and the laser, and that is frustrating. I have to clean it off pretty often. Size wise, this is a 490 by 420 millimeter. Pretty good size. It's on average for what other mouse pads that you get. I don't normally play horizontal like this, so I just did this for the product shot. I play vertically, pretty much like this, mostly because I rest my whole arm on the pad when I'm playing, and I play towards the top end of the pad. I probably use about this much of the pad, again, because I play so fast. But I have no complaints on the size. I think it works very well for the type of pad that it is. Outside of that, the pad is priced at about $65 USD. I personally think that's a little overpriced for the pad itself. I think you can get Artisans nowadays for a lot cheaper from US sellers. This does ship from the US, so your mileage may vary on shipping. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I won this in a giveaway. I did not pay for this product. This is an honest review. Do I think $65 is kind of pricey for this mouse pad? Yeah, I'll be honest. I think it is. But are you going to get something that's worthwhile for $65? Yeah, I don't see why not. I've been about a month and a half in using it, and I do think it's a good mouse pad. I'm going to keep kind of daily driving it for probably a few more months. I just wanted to come on here and give kind of like a first impressions, first review of it. I'm not too deep into the weeds about mouse pads, so I'm sorry if I didn't hit the topics that you guys wanted to see. If there's anything that you guys want to see in specific about mouse pads in the future, let me know so I can cover that. But I think overall this is a good mouse pad. I don't know if it's much better than an Artisan really. I've used my Artisan for about a year and a half, and I don't remember any other mouse pads that I've used in a long time. So I think up next, I'm on the chopping block to get myself a glass pad and really test the glass pad out, as a daily driver for a few months. But I would check this out, especially if it's on sale and you're interested in testing the mouse pad out. Definitely pick it up on sale. I'd say $40 is pretty reasonable. For $65, it's definitely a little overpriced, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I do think this is a pretty good pad. Check it out. I'm going to put the product linked in the description below. They also do sell sleeves, and I don't have a sleeve, so maybe it is better with a sleeve. For the where I'm at in my gaming life, I don't think I need a sleeve. So